Hi and hello, welcome to this week's video. In this week's video I wanna do some bookish stuff like work on my reading journal, maybe go to the bookstore, depends on the vibe I'm going for, rearrange my bookshelves, and talk about my current read and the last two books I read. They're gonna not be in detail, but because in details review will be going up at the end of the month with my wrap up, but I just want to talk about the two books that I already read because they are amazing. And then my current read is also an amazing book. It's like a part 3 in a series and I'm so excited to actually read it. Finally, I got this book for months now on my TBR in my shelves, but I can finally read it and I'm finally doing it. So that's the video of this week. We're gonna do a lot of bookish stuff. It's gonna be a lot of voiceovers, a lot of b-roll, but I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into it.
Okay, so for this year, I'm having a quite a expensive reading journal. Like it's very broad. As you can see, I have a monthly TBR, or not monthly, just like all my physical books that I need to read. And November is currently a pinkish or pinkish purple color. I'm just testing to see if it's the correct color, because I have had a couple of times that I couldn't do the right one, and then I had to do it all over again. But I finished 2 books, so I'm gonna be coloring in 2 books. So yeah, so that's the color marker. It's a pretty color, if I say so myself. So yeah, this is just a simple reminder for myself to see my physical TBR in a easy way. So my series tracker is right there. Didn't have to fill in everything or anything. So then I have a books read for every month, so I can see like very quickly what I read every month. So like I said, for November I read two books. So as you can see, I colored in 2 little squares for November. Sometimes I read more than 70 books, but that's a problem for another time. So then my next spread is a 2025 at a glance. So basically, I can see very easily what I read and what day I finished it. And then normally like the bullet points are the color of the book, but right now I finished 2 books on the same day, so there's gonna be like a bit of color for both the books. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm coloring it in. So I finished 2 books on the 2nd of November. So I'm coloring it in. This is like therapy for myself. Basically just doing this. I used to have like a scrapbook and everything in between. I stopped doing that. Then I have like a winter TBR that I set for myself. So crossing that off, my reading goal. And then basically I have a little bookshelf where I read, or where I track if I read it physical or like uh, digital. So if I read it on iPad or on my Kindle or on my phone, it's getting a different color than if I read it physically. I really like doing it. So it's just me being a statistic. Wow, that's a very hard word, but I just like the stats. So as you can see, there's 2 different colors, and that's the 2 books I finished. So yeah, and I'm flipping through um from my books, and then I have a book of the year kind of tracker. Just every month I pick a book that I really liked, or like my top book of the month, and they're gonna battle against each other. So at the end of the year, I can see what is my all-time favorite book of the year, and then over a couple of years, I can look back on the last years and be like, oh my god, I know I love that book. Like I loved it. It's still my favorite, or if it's changed or not. So putting it in, I think it's Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre, or The Defender by Anyone. I'm not sure what to put there. Okay, as you can see, I put in The Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. So it won from Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood. So then I have A through Z challenge. I don't think I'm gonna be able to ever fill that in by the end of the year, but we'll see how far I can get. So now I'm just going through and exchanging my October page mark to November, because we're in a month of November. And then basically that's a monthly tracker where I put in what I read every uh, day, like if I when I finish a book or when I start a book, so I can see how long it took me to read the book. Like I said, it's just for the stats. I love them. I can also basically see them on my Goodreads, but this is just way more fun to do. So just filling that in. A very beautiful shot of my head. It was late at night when I did this, so bear with me. So and then I just write in the little highlighty part what book it was. Also in the color of the cover. So this is Dream on Ramona Riley? Ramana Riley and Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I really like those books, and as you can see, this is my TBR for November and the two reads. Like I said, I finished the books on the 2nd. Rearrange some of my bookshelves because I ran out of space. And the easiest way for me to make space on my shelf is stacking some books. So currently, with this beautiful shot of my head, you can see I'm rearranging my Emily McIntyre books. I'm just stacking them basically. That's just what I do with most of my books when I can't fit them right. I had so much trouble putting those right there. But we'll ignore that. Okay, so there's a little novella right there. I didn't have space, so we're gonna make space. So what I'm basically gonna do is put my Gods of Legacy of Gods series by Rena Kent. I'm also stacking them. Like I said, it's for me it's like one of the easiest ways to get a lot of space, especially specifically if their books are very thick. So now the novella can fit right between my Penelope Douglas books. So that's basically like my government shelf. Really love their shelves. Like, oh my god. So then I'm looking if I need to change anything down there because I think one of the books there tripped over or fell over because, you know, I didn't have really much going on there. Just my Jessa Hastings books. I don't know what I'm doing here. I couldn't tell you. Oh, I think I'm rearranging my Ashley Poston shelves. But we will see in the end what I'm doing there. So then I look over at my hockey romances. I don't think I did anything here. Oh, your girl. No, that's not gonna look okay. Oh, we're just rearranging something. Because why not? That's my hockey. Oh, no, no more hockey. My cowboy romance shelf. Really like those shells. Like, they're my favorite shells ever. Oh, I'm also rearranging something there. That's a little birthday card I got from my boyfriend a year ago. I will never get rid of that. You cannot pay me money to get me rid of the book. So where I'm currently at is my Lauren Asher shelf. So I'm just rearranging that. And the card fits snugly where they are right now. So just a final glance if anything needs to be done. Oh, and we have a close up. So like I said, my Emily McIntyre books like this, All Dark Romance, my Ashley Poston shelf. Oh, Isaac Kennedy, Laura Asher. Then I think down there, oh, trouble with my camera. And then this is the rest of my hockey and sports romances, and a little bit of small town and all of that stuff, like small town romances and romances in general. Yeah, very great skills. Oh, and these are my fantasy shelves and thrillers. So I did rearrange them as well, like uh, last week. So I'm really happy with them. So yeah, that's what.
So, we're gonna talk right now about my current read and the two books already finished. First of all, we'll start off with my current read, which is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. I'm not sure if this is the last book in the trilogy or there's gonna be more books, but I think we'll know by the end of the book. I am halfway. I started this yesterday on my laptop while I was at my grandparents' house, and I didn't know I read so much until yesterday I picked up the book, went to the chapter, and I've already read 170 pages. So halfway point in this book is 325 pages. So I did read a little bit today as well. And yesterday evening I went to play a game on my iPad and I put the audiobook on, which is on Spotify, which I really like to do sometimes. It's just to do something else and listen to the audio. So that also helped me a little bit because I wasn't feeling the best yesterday. Still don't, but we'll get there eventually again. But this is the third book in the series. The first book is Legendborn. The second book is blood marked. Let me check real quickly. Yeah, blood marked. And this is the third one, which came out earlier this year. And I had to get it in hardback because the other two books I own are also in hardback. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I must say I was kind of lost because, like I said, I think I read Legendborn back in 2020, if I'm correctly, or 2020, 2021, around-ish. So being back right now feels a little bit like a rough time. I don't think it's 2020. I think it's 2022. This came out, and Bloodmark came out 2023, 2024. At least there's a lot of time between each book because, you know, they're thick. And I think they're pretty well written. So far I'm really enjoying it. But I don't know if I will get back in this video I'll wrap up about this book with my rating. But I will talk about it more in my wrap up later this month. So you can always check that video out again. So I think I might finish it today or tomorrow. But depends if I'm feeling okay enough to read. And then I have those two books already finished, which is Dream on Ramona Riley. I really liked it. This was like one of the last summery romances I had, and I was like, okay, this is a great read. I really enjoyed it. It was really well written, fast paced, and I liked that it was queer, like it's woman, which sometimes I'm really in the mood for to read. And this was, sometimes I felt YA written, like how easily I read it and how easy it felt with following the story. It wasn't that much hard of a read, but definitely also a new auto book with the themes it explored and spy scenes. So yeah, definitely a great book, and I definitely recommend it. So that's book one. And then the other book I read is Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I didn't know she was also going to play in the NHL, but I adore this. I love this. Like, this book, oh my god, I need more. So this is book one. I annotated like a lot on my Kindle. So I want to read the rest of the series as well this month, if I can get to it, because I also have Bear Town and Breathe With Me by Becca Mack, but they're all, or at least this series and Becca Mack's new release is all ice hockey, and I'm really in the mood to read ice hockey books. So very excited for these. But like I said, ratings and everything will be in the wrap up because a little bit suspense might be great. And then I have another little update. I got a new Kindle case. Like, I like it so much. Like, I usually have like only the backside, like it's here for like stickers and everything in the pop socket. And honestly, I will change it out, but I want to see if this is nice or not, because I bring this everywhere and the screen is getting scratched. So I was like, if I go somewhere really great or far away, or just need to pop it in my bag, this is a great case. So we'll see how much I enjoy it, because with my Kobo, I didn't really like having like a sleep cover like this, because I can't use like a pop socket on here. But we'll see how far we get and if I like it or not. So yeah, that's it for now. And I will see you when I see you. Maybe not this video, but we'll see later. So we didn't end up going to the bookstore because first of all, I wasn't feeling well, and second of all, when I was in the bookstore, social anxiety got the best of me and I didn't feel anything because I was like really quickly in and out to look for a book. So I found a book, and I am hoping that it will be coming out. That it will be coming, should be to my house very early on this weekend. I hope so, because I just don't hope it's gonna push back. But with all that being said, this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I did some things that needed to be done. I filled out my book journal, did my bookshelves, talked about my current read, and all of the books I already finished this month. We're on the 5th of November as I'm filming this. But so far, my reading month has been great to me. Like, I do not need to be able, or I don't need to be sad about any of the books I read so far, because they've all been great. But like I said, it's the end. So I hope you enjoyed, And if you did, please leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I will catch you in the next one.